it can't be. No money! No more money! No more money! Money! Money, 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 money! I'm tired. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, crew, roll that clip.
And some of those, and some of these. Oh, flowers. Okay, duct tape. Oh, yeah. Ba-ching. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, what a day.
Ah, Kenny, your packages have arrived. Congrats, my friend.
What's this? Hey, Bangleford.
Yes, Kenny?
You remember when I got you that lunch last week? Could you maybe, possibly, potentially pay me back a little bit?
Money troubles, eh?
You know, the economy, the stock market, the gas prices and the inflation and the mortgage payments.
Rent, no mortgage. Though it is perhaps that online shopping that you do, it has had an effect on your health and well-being. You're up all night typing, late.
I've been working on my forestry paper.
You say, oh wow, this is such a good deal to your forestry papers.
Okay, maybe I did overdo it, this month.
You think so, Orange Man, or a lizard, or a puppet, or whatever you are? Okay, I know how it looks. I really do, okay? I didn't mean to, honestly. I just saw so many wonderful and orange things that I liked. And, I'd been in the house for a week with the puppet flu. Anyway, this all led me to strive to know more about my own finances, and I thought if a responsible and most elegant puppet like me is struggling to understand money math, I thought my fellow students might as well. For a first look into today's topic, financial literacy, we talked to a Professor Krista Bruke and asked her some questions about all things financial and what you can do to master them.
I'm Krista Bruke, and I teach in the College of Business, and I teach a personal finance class in the college, along with other classes. What I see students struggling with on a financial level when they transition to college, probably number one is just a lot of overwhelm. For the first time, they're learning to handle their finances, probably in a lot of new ways. So even if in high school they were saving or their parents taught them money management, this might now be the first time where they're like fully responsible on their own. I think financial literacy is important for college students and young adults because it's something that's going to impact your life forever. The earlier you start, the easier it is to create a pathway for yourself that's just going to set you up for success. When you're young, if you start to manage your finances well really early, that grows exponentially. We also talk about how finances are a slice of the pie of your holistic wellness and how it can impact so much more of your life. If your finances are off, sometimes that starts to lead to like your social life being off, especially in college. You want to go do fun things and you want to meet people. Oftentimes that involves money, but if you're stressed about money, that impacts your social life. Sometimes it can impact your academics while you're in school. So a piece of advice I do give to young adults about finances is to just seek out resources and to ask questions. Gather the information about what's going on in my life right now, looking into your own finances situation, and then deciding what would make me feel just a little bit better about my finances. I had a student last term who was like, well, I know I need to start contributing to retirement, but I'm gonna do that over spring break. That's great. But also, you could be talking to people on campus right now about contributing to retirement. You can read an article online about the best retirement accounts. You can go to CAFE, the Center for Advancing Financial Education. You have so many resources to connect to, but you have to ask the questions. You have to be curious and start thinking about it. So resources if you want to grow your understanding about finances. There are tons of offices on campus that can help you with specific things. So like Basic Needs Center, if you need resources for your basic needs, laundry, housing, food, they're amazing for that. Financial aid obviously can help you with financial aid. Scholarship office can help you with any scholarship questions that you have. CAFE is dedicated to let's help you learn more about your finances. They have trained peer advisors who can help with all things like paying for college. So if you wanted to learn which loans are the right loans for me to take out, or what's an appropriate budget for me to have, or how much can I expect to pay in the next couple of years and how can I start saving for that? Or where do I find those scholarships that are not as competitive or not as many people are applying to? The peer advisors can help with that. They also have a financial counselor on staff. They have a certified financial planner you can meet with. So it's such an incredible resource to just learn more. If you go to their website, they also have Canvas modules where you can just click through and kind of do your own learning. And they've linked to a lot of really credible resources through their Canvas modules. Some of the online resources that I like if you want to increase kind of financial knowledge, NerdWallet is really accessible and easy to understand. So it kind of breaks down more complicated things in more straightforward ways. Investopedia is almost on the other spectrum where it's really comprehensive and it goes into lots of detail about financial things. And then there are tons of podcasts out there, tons of YouTube videos, tons of just however you naturally feel more inclined to get information. If you're just a podcast person, go find a podcast, but make sure they're credible. And there are so many influencers that are giving financial advice that is just really not founded in good financial practices. So whatever you do when you start doing your research, look and see what makes this person credible. Do they have any form of license or certification? Have they had experience working for a financial institution? So much out there is trying to appeal to our desire to get rich quick. And there's so much content out there about oh, here's day trading, here's crypto, here's how you get rich so fast. They share all that because they know it's going to get likes and shares because people want to get rich quick. But if you're really interested in doing that, look up the data of how many people are actually successful doing that from a credible source. And it's not a lot. It's not impossible, but it's not probable. What I know students struggle to understand about financial aid, number one, it can really be tailored to you as a student. One of the big things that I try to tell students in my class is if you're getting loans, say through financial aid, you can actually communicate with financial aid how much of those loans you actually want to take out. One of the biggest mistakes I see students make is just taking out the maximum that they've been approved for, even if you don't know if you need it or not. And then at the end, when you graduate, you're just in more debt than you needed to be in. I think also one of the biggest things I see students misunderstand about financial aid is thinking that they're the ones that should decide whether or not they deserve it. So I hear a lot of students say oh, well, maybe somebody else needs it more, or I don't know if I really need financial aid. All you're responsible for as a student is applying and trying. And somebody else is going to decide if you're the one that needs that money. Or like, oh, well, I didn't get it this last year, so it's a waste of time. What I always like to tell students, especially in the form of scholarships and free money, if you spent 10 hours applying to scholarships, which is a good amount of time. You're probably applying to a few if you do that. You just get one $500 scholarship, which is kind of on the lower end of scholarships. That's still $50 an hour. Like, that's time really well spent that you're not going to make it a part-time job anywhere. So I am such a big advocate for like throwing your hat in the ring and trying and seeing what happens. And worst case, you applied for something and you didn't get it. But yeah, I think the biggest misunderstanding is just thinking that you're doing somebody else a favor by taking yourself out of the ring.
Welcome back, everyone! We have the most exciting segment for you today. We are going to test our friends here on this understanding of financial literacy. I do implore you to take notice that I've become quite financially literate. Instead of buying a whole suit for this episode, I bought half a one! Yay! Well, bits aside, I challenge you at home to test your knowledge and play along. See if you can beat these guys, am I right? And, of course, let's introduce these guys. How are we today?
Good, how are you?
Amazing, Ava, and you, Fox.
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Oh, I see you're quite orange like me today, Fox.
That's right.
That's right, that's right. Only good things around here, scobies and all that.
That's right.
Well, let's get into it. Now, have you ever played this game before? No, you haven't. This is a legally distinct game, Fox. Don't say it, the word. Now, how you play this legally distinct game is you will choose a category and a non-cash prize amount from the board, and each of you will have 10 seconds to write your answer. Now, what makes our game very legally distinct is that you will both be giving an answer here, and you will reveal it to me after those 10 seconds. You will then be given the allotted points associated with the question. If you are correct, even if both of you are correct, you understand. But if none of you are correct, no points. If one of you are correct, one person gets some points. And there'll be some extra questions where the rules may be a bit different, but we'll get there when we get there. Now, at the end of the game, we'll total up your points, and whoever has the most, can you believe it, will be our winner, obtaining a fabulous and financially responsible prize. Now, players, are you ready to get rich?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah! Okie dokie, which one of you is feeling lucky today?
Me.
Yeah.
Fox, you get to go first. You got that chutzpah.
I'll go with it costs how much for 200?
Let's go with it costs how much for 200. This number is the average cost that an OSU, Oregon State University, student spends on textbooks each year. You have 10 seconds. Go. I know it's quite intense right now. 5 seconds. Half your time remaining. Put those whiteboards down. What do we have, my friends?
I said $600.
I said 650.
650, and for this category, we are going by closest wins. And how much was it? It was 600.
Nice.
600, let's go.
All right.
Now, Fox, since you won, you'll get to choose the next category. Can you keep up your winning streak?
Let's go with bills, taxes, and banks. Oh my, for 200 as well.
Bills, taxes, and banks, oh my, for 200. You like the 200? This type of loan begins accumulating interest as soon as it's secured. You have 10 seconds. Go. Do we know loans? Do we know interest? Do we know the money market? It'll come down to this, and put those whiteboards down. What do we have, my friends?
I said unsubsidized loan.
I also said unsubsidized loan.
Unsubsidized loan, let me see. That is correct! You both get the points, congratulations! Now, Ava, let's give you a turn on picking.
Okay, let's do the bennies of being orange for 100.
Pennies of being orange for 100. Will this change the game? Let's see. This campus resource helps students grasp math, science, and business concepts. Five seconds, players. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Put those whiteboards down. Let's see those answers, friends.
I said the library.
The library. And Ava?
I said supplemental instruction.
Supplementary instruction? You must know something about that, don't you? Because you're correct!
I know a thing or two.
Supplemental instruction, or SI, is a free academic support program here at OSU that saves students a whole load of money. Let's see, Ava, you got it right, so let's see you go again.
Let's keep the winning streak up. Let's go bennies of being orange for 200.
Pennies of being orange for 200. Let's see if the streak continues. This location on campus offers a food pantry and free textbooks. That's quite handy, if you ask me. But don't pay attention to my ramblings. You only have 3 seconds. 2, 1. Put those whiteboards down. Oh, what do we got, friends?
I said food pantry.
Food pantry.
I said the basic needs center.
Ooh, that's good.
Those sound pretty good. And we do have a food pantry, but we were looking for the basic needs center. Congratulations, Ava, you got that 200.
The basic needs center has the food pantry.
It slipped my mind.
It sure does.
No, it's okay.
You're almost there, Fox. Don't worry.
I'll catch back up.
You will.
You got this. You got this. You'll get your comeback. Ava, let's go again.
Let's clear the category. Let's do bennies of being orange for 300.
Let's clear that category. These two campus resources support student mental and physical health. My mental and physical health has been pretty poor this past week, but now I'm feeling pretty good. The sickness really put me out, and you're about to be put out with those whiteboards. Put them down. What do we have, friends?
I said CAPS and the student health services.
I said CAPS and Student Health Center.
We both have the same on the board. Do we think we're both correct? Yes, we are. You both get the points. And Fox, since you're lower on the total score, you'll get to pick the next category.
Okay, give me bills, taxes, and banks, oh my, for 300.
Bills, taxes, and banks, oh my, for the maximum amount, 300. Let's see. This is the tax form speed round. You will have to guess what these tax forms are from just the picture. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's have that first picture up there. This tax form. Oh, look at that. We blanked out all the identifying information. Can you tell your 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second? Finish those writings and whiteboards down. What do we think it is, friends?
I want to say 1098.
I think this was confirmation I need glasses. This was my best guess. I'm also bad with names.
The W10?
Yeah, W10.
Sadly, you both are incorrect. That was the W4. Now we have 2 more, so don't worry. And whoever has the most will get the points. So next form, please. That form sure looks familiar. 6 seconds. 5. Oh, maybe 2. Oh, and put those whiteboards down. Friends, what do we think that form is?
W2.
The W2, and Ava?
I said W4.
W4. Sadly, big womp womps all around. That was the 1098T. No, it had a tuition amount on there. Can you believe it? And we have one more. Let's see, what is that form up there? 10 seconds and go. 8. All of these bureaucratic paperwork sure do look familiar, but they're pretty important. And stop. Whiteboards down. What do we think that was, friends?
Now this is most definitely the W2.
W2, Ava?
I also put the W2.
The W2? That was the W2! You did it! Yeah! Hopefully we've all seen a W2 around once or twice, but most people end up filling one out eventually. So you both get the points. But Fox, Ava's still leading on you, so you get to pick the next category.
It costs how much for 300?
It costs how much for 300? This percentage is the difference of eating out versus cooking at home. And this, of course, is a number, so it's the closest wins. Closest wins. 5 seconds. 2. Stop. Put those whiteboards down. What do we got, friends?
You said you wanted a number?
It's a number. Yes, it's a percentage number.
I said rainy day money.
Rainy day money. Oh, I know, my friend. Wingstop is my criminal. I know. What about you, Ava?
My guess was 50%.
50%? Fox, not seeing that this was a number category, take a guess.
1.
20%?
20%.
50 or 20? 50 or 20? It turns out to be 33.
Oh,
So
Was I closer?
That goes
you
to
are
Fox
closer.
on your wild guess.
Yes.
Nice.
So Fox is up. And now they can choose the next category.
Let's go with it costs how much for 100?
It costs how much for 100? This number is the average cost of rent in Oregon. As of 2025, you have 7 seconds. 6. It's coming down to the wire. 2, 1, and put those whiteboards down. What do we got, friends?
This might be incredibly out of touch, but I said 1,400.
1,400, Ava. Closest wins. What do you got?
If yours is out of touch, I think mine's worse. I said 1,000.
1,000. Well, the correct amount on average, according to Zillow, which is my trustworthy rental site, is $1,795. So, Fox, you're taking home those points.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And you'll get to pick the final category.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say bills, taxes, and banks owe my for 100.
Put it up there, bills, taxes, and banks. Oh my, for 100. This amount is added to a loan or bank account over time. 10 seconds, go. Mm, 3 seconds. And stop. What do we have, friends?
Interest.
Interest, and Ava?
I said accrued interest.
Accrued interest? Let's see. We'll take those both as correct. Interest, accrued interest. We both got it.
Alrighty.
And now, the totaling begins. Audience? Contestants? Drum roll, please! Now, I have totaled up the numbers. I've done my own accounting, and it turns out the winner of today's challenge is Fox. Congratulations!
That's it. That's all me.
Yay!
All me.
And course, give a big round of applause to our other contestant, Ava. How lovely. Now, Fox, please get your fabulous prize, a 8-pound bag of fresh and delicious oranges. Because remember, the most financially responsible thing you can do is stay healthy, everybody.
Absolutely.
Fox, you like oranges?
I love them.
Well, you better eat 8 pounds of them, because I'm kind of out of money.
All right, we'll do. Just
got
for
it.
you, just for you.
Thank you, friend. I mean, the state I was in. Am I right? Well, that was pretty exciting. But we'll be right back with an interview with my friend and contestant, Ava. Woo! Bye-bye.
The Basic Needs Center is a resource center for students where we have a vision to inspire and nurture a thriving community. My role is to facilitate conversations where we have peer-to-peer conversations and work on building strategies for the student. We have tons of programs such as our food pantry, our textbook lending program. Every Thursday we have a breakfast club where students are welcome to make themselves a bagel or cook themselves some eggs. We do host cooking classes in collaboration with our dietetic interns, or we host them on a seasonal event. As long as you're an active student, you're welcome to utilize our resources. We give access to our core values community for our food pantries on Wednesdays. We also give volunteer opportunities where students can get to know us, get to understand how we function here at the Basic Needs Center. The community is outstanding. We all come from different experiences, and we share our resources just to build a strong relationship. Community is a basic need. Many of us aren't really familiar that how beneficial community plays an influence in our lives. Come by to the Basic Needs Center. We are a welcoming space. OSU funds us to support you. We also have an Instagram and a Twitter. It's at BNC@OSU.
Welcome back, dear viewers. As was promised, we have back the knowledgeable Ava today. Tell me, Ava, did you account for that loss in our game?
I mean, I did consider it, but I didn't think he'd win on a guess.
You went on a guess, random chance,
Yeah.
finances. I heard you could tell us a little bit about all of that. Is that true?
I can. I'm an accounting major.
You're
not
an
a ga-
accounting major?
Yeah, not
What?
a game show major.
Not a,
So,
well,
that's why I didn't win.
I'm forestry, it turns out, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But tell me, what is accounting?
So accounting is the recording of numbers of money that is spent. We record how money is spent and how a company will use it over time, and also project into the future and try to budget for the future. There's a lot of parts of accounting. It's hard to just simplify it in simple terms.
In my search of financial knowledge, I learned how to do some personal accounting. Does that count? Do you ever touch personal accounting?
Yeah, I touch my own money.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm sure you're very responsible. I've had some rough patches recently, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But do you like my Alex Trebek costume?
I love it. It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like you kept onto the drag with the rainbow and the sparkles.
Yeah, I've really been getting into it after last episode.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. Well, what exactly do you do as an accounting major? What are your classes like?
Well, for me, a lot of what accounting is I go in and I kind of see how much someone spent or is going to spend, and then I calculate that, and then we put it into how we'd format it on a financial sheet or statement. So that's what I do a lot. A lot of what I do right now is preparing this kind of information for external investors or people who are reading these financial statements.
Mm-hmm. And is all of that important in the business processes and backgrounds of institutions all over?
Yeah, that's how we make sure that people aren't committing fraud, and that if a business is doing something that is less than legal, we make sure that they're doing that. Or if a business is trying to or you even are trying to apply for a loan or something, there's at least records that say, hey, I'm good with my money, I'm nice with my money, and you can trust me, I promise.
Well, I had some pretty scary bank statements earlier this week, but it's all clear now. Don't worry, folks at home. Well,
good to hear.
let's pivot over to some advice for the folks at home. You know, imagine you're talking to your younger self, maybe when you first came to college. Do you have any financial advice?
Get a credit card, get a Roth IRA account. That's to prep you for retirement, because you'll start accruing interest now, even if you're putting $20 in it, $50 in it, less or more. Just start putting money into one. And I think Krista Bruke talked a lot about some great resources on campus. But ask questions. There are like emergency grants also if you are in a financial situation that a lot of colleges, I know at least the Honors College has offers. So talk to people, get a Roth IRA account, and get a credit card. But don't make big purchases on the credit card.
No, I made that mistake.
I know.
Well, Ava, we're coming close to the end of our time together, and it's been very lovely to have you as a contestant and to have a little chat with you.
Yeah.
But, do you have anything else going on? Do you have any, let's say, pluggables?
I do. If you are already on the KBVR-TV channel, check out Locals Live. We have a bunch of awesome episodes with awesome artists. And if you have the time, go to Orange and Black Film Club, also on YouTube, and watch some of our short films.
Well, that's lovely. Do you think I could be on Locals if I learned a
Of course.
song or two?
You let me know. Talk to your agent, and they'll talk to me.
Will do.
Get it to
They'll
happen.
get in touch.
Oh,
Don't
for
you
sure.
worry. Well, this has been lovely, and thank you, Ava.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you to our other contestant, Fox, and the lovely audience at home. Yay! This has been another episode of Orange Subversions. Good night. Yippee! Hello, everyone. I am Bingerfold. If you like what you saw here today, don't forget to follow us on the Instagrams and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also check out our other cooler things. If you like to come and volunteer with us at KBVR-TV on the 4th floor of the SEC, please do. We hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Actually off of an album I just bought